Welcome to Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing. This is a state-of-the-art, multi-service facility that offers both a housing-focused shelter program and permanent supportive housing apartments for people who have experienced homelessness. Construction on Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing began on April 5th, 2018. Ribbon cutting was hosted on October 24th, 2019, and officially opened November 13th, 2019. Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing is a Fairfax County program operated by the nonprofit New Hope Housing. How many times have we read about how the environment in which we live and work impacts our ability to succeed? The first thing you notice in this building is how bright it is. That brightness of the environment says you are in a place of hope and hospitality, a place of possibilities. I remember the smiles and the wows of the guests when we opened.
The ground floor doors open to the front desk, where guests, volunteers, and donors are greeted by staff. On this level are 48 shelter beds in 8 rooms, 4 medical respite beds, a multi-purpose room, and several of the staff offices and interview rooms. During COVID, the population in the shelter has been reduced by 50%, with the other 50% relocated to a hotel rented by the county for this purpose. We are following safety protocols throughout the building. The multi-purpose room is currently being used as a day drop-in program and is used for hypothermia prevention overflow at night during the winter months. It is also used as a classroom or workshop room for special programs and meetings. Medical respite beds are intended for homeless adults discharged from hospitals but still needing extra care. Fairfax County health professionals support individuals in respite program. There are 2 corridors of dorm rooms, one for men and one for women. Each dorm room has 3 sets of bunk beds and a bathroom for these 6 individuals. During COVID, the population has been reduced to 3 individuals per room. The dorm rooms are also set up so that each one could be turned into an individual apartment when the need for shelter beds decreases and the need for permanent supportive housing increases, our long-term goal. Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing has a full commercial kitchen. A team of cooks prepares 3 meals a day, supplemented with to-go meals donated by community supporters. The downstairs cafeteria can be repurposed as an activity space and has a built-in air wall to create multiple rooms for activities. Last winter, it was used nightly for hypothermia prevention program. Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing has several key staff to help each shelter guest achieve housing and employment. In these offices, there are general case managers, housing case managers, a community case manager who supports guests who have moved out into the community, our workforce development manager, as well as our volunteer coordinator. This facility houses not only a shelter, but 18 efficiency apartments as a separate program. The top 2 floors are separated from the bottom 2 floors and require key fobs to activate the elevator and doors. Each of the top 2 floors has 9 efficiency apartments called personal living quarters, or PLQs, and a common space for residents to gather for movie night, community meetings, or other activities. Each PLQ has a private bathroom and kitchen and internet access. Prior to opening, volunteers and donors provided new household goods to each resident to make them feel like home. Fairfax County provided all of the furniture. The PLQs are intended for homeless adults with significant mental or physical disabilities who require extra help to remain housed. Each resident pays rent that is no more than 30% of their current income. A case manager supports PLQ residents to meet their basic needs and to achieve the self-sufficiency that they are capable of. There is no fixed end date for move-out. The length of stay is determined case by case depending on the specific situation of the tenant. Some individuals move to more independent living in their own unit in the community, or senior housing, or assisted living.
Bailey's Shelter and Supportive Housing is a wonderful resource for Fairfax County people who are experiencing homelessness. It provides needed shelter services as well as permanent housing, and it shows where we are going for the future. We've learned a lot in the last year and a half that this facility has been opened. Our learnings will enable the county to improve upon the program and design as we replace or renovate other homeless shelters. We are grateful to have this bright, hope-filled facility in our caring community.